All right, so welcome to part 2 of the Amazon sourcing video. So what I'm about to do now is source or look through the list of ASINs that I just created with this Keepa product finder filters. So first, if you are not going to be using the softwares I'm going to be using, how you would go about doing this is you would middle click this Amazon logo here and start opening these tabs. And you're gonna have to go through these one by one. And then if you're gonna run like the numbers and stuff, you're gonna have to use the Amazon FBA fee calculator. You just type this in on Google and the page should look like this. So let's do an example of running the numbers on something. So here, if you won't have seller amp, so you're gonna have to grab the ASIN from the Amazon listing, which is gonna be at the bottom of the page. So go down and then you'll see in product details ASIN, grab this right here. Copy that and then paste that into here and then click search. And now it pops up this product right here. You can match it with what it says here. So we're gonna do some pretend numbers. So let's say this is selling for $38.79. That's the lowest price that's on the listing right now. Let's look at the Keepa chart. So it looks pretty steady around that price. So if I were to come in and potentially try to sell this, let's just say I'm going to come in and sell it at $38.76, the lowest price that's on here. So $38.76, that's the wrong one, that's the next one. $38.76, item price, we're going to put $38.76. Now we're going to scroll down to find the shipping costs per unit, which is right here. So inbound placement fee is going to be $49. Okay, that's nice. They already have the inbound placement fee already in here. So estimated shipping cost per shipment. Let's see. Per shipment, I usually spend around like 80 to $100. But that's for the entire shipment. So let's go ahead and put that into here. Okay, that it's wrong. It's saying shipping cost per unit is going to be $100. That's incorrect. So when you put the shipping cost per shipment, I'm guessing you're going to have to put per unit. So usually with my 200 unit shipments, I usually spend about 50 to 60 cents per unit. So I'm just going to go in the middle and put 55 cents per unit. So 55 cents. And that's pretty much it. You just need your inbound shipping costs per unit. This isn't like really big and bulky. It's 1 pound. So yeah, if you were to sell this at $38.76, oh wait, never mind. My purchase cost isn't even in here. You gotta put your purchase cost, which is your cost of goods sold. It looks like I already looked at this before, so I have 1728. That's probably outdated, but let's go ahead and put 1728 in here. So based on the FBA fee calculator, you would net $8.26 per unit in profit. And then if you look at my seller amp, it's $8.83. So they're pretty close. They're not 100% accurate, but yeah, you get close to the same numbers of what I'm getting. You're probably more safe on the calculator because it's probably more correct than my seller amp. So I'm going to go ahead and set up everything on how I actually do my product research. So if you were to manually do everything and you don't have the software, so that's how you would do it. All right, so here's how I actually do my workflow. So I'm going to export this into a XLSV file. I am going to head to Amazon, open up Profit Seeker Pro, choose a file, go to my downloads, And then here's the file that I just downloaded from Keepa. Gonna match it with image, title. With title, price is gonna be third-party FBA current. URL, we're gonna do that to Keepa, and then Amazon URL. Match it to Amazon URL. Yeah, I don't think the UPCs are on here. Oh yeah, product code UPC, I'm gonna put that there. Click save, and then now it's gonna start me from the first one. And then if I click next, it should be the next one right here, which it is. So we're gonna go back. I'm gonna start 30 minutes on the clock. I'm gonna do this for 30 minutes. If I get through all 68 in 30 minutes, then great. But when this timer is done and I'm not through all of it, I'm gonna stop. So go ahead and put 30 minutes. I mainly want to show what I'm thinking when I'm doing product research. All right, so we're gonna go with this one, and we're gonna use that system that I just showed y'all in the last video. So we're gonna qualify with if this is selling or not. So right off the bat, it doesn't have the 50 minimum sold. We're gonna go into here. If you look at the Keepa graph though, it's showing it here, but it's not showing here. But this is a variation listing, so this could potentially be grabbing like all of these together and showing 50. So let's go into offers and look and see if other FBA sellers are making sales. So this guy here shows sold 10 in his entire lifetime being on this listing, and in the past 30 days he sold 10. If you look at his price history, it starts in December. So there's no price history from October to December, which means he is probably new on the listing. So we're going to look, and we're look at first seen, and there you go, 11 days on the listing. This guy 3 months. We're going to go back. Sold 7 in the past 30 days. Lifetime sales is 37. Looking at his stock count, you can see like it goes up, and then you can see his stair step down. So he's pretty much, this looks like legit sales here. If you look first seen, again, 3 months. Okay, that's nice. So he's potentially making some sales. Looking at his price history, he's moving a good bit. So he went down from 33 to 39. Looking at November through November 23. Here, he's slowly moving units. So he's potentially moving units at 33 and 39. So overall, he's making sales, so that's good. Now we're going to go over to this guy, $39 sell price. He has some movement in his pricing history. Looking at his stock count, you can see he's had 8 in stock. Looks like he sold some here, slowly selling some. Stuck at 1, restocked again. It looks like it got FC transferred here from 10 to 1. And then it finally got to the location, and he looks like he's selling some. And you look at how long he's been on here, 17 months. So 2 sellers here look like they're legitimately making some sales. This guy here, looking at his price history, they look pretty familiar, or yep, the same as this guy here. And looking at how long he's been on here, 23 days. So he's been here like 12 days longer than this first guy. But looking at all these sellers on here, there's only like about 5. So these 2 have been on here the longest, and these 3 guys here are new. But if you were to take these other 3 guys out, according to these guys, they're making sales. So now we're gonna go look at price. Or first, first we're gonna see if there's any IP issues. So again, looking at the seller count, let's look at a yearly view. So anywhere where it has like a buttload of sellers and instantly drops to 1, nope. You can see sellers coming in, slowly getting sold out. It stays, sellers coming in, selling out, coming in again, and then yeah, it holds steady. So I don't see anything with IP issues. So now we're gonna go into the brand field and see if the brand is correct. So Crystal Light, Crystal Light. Brandfield is correct. All right, now let's look at price. So looking at the price history over a 3-month time frame, the lowest price came at 32.49, and now it looks like it is going up because the seller count is dropping. So supply is going down and demand is going up. So price right now in a monthly time frame is sitting at 38 to 39. If I was to come and sell on this, I would first probably come in at 39. But let's say over the 3-month period of time, I came in and I couldn't sell this. The lowest it came down to was 33. So if you run the numbers, let's say 33. Let's first try to find and see if I can find this product anywhere. Okay, Walmart. Five picture packs. Okay, this item is sold at Walmart, so that's good. If you're buying from Walmart, make sure it is actually sold from Walmart. Do not buy from third-party sellers on Walmart because you can't prove that they're authentic if it's coming from a third-party seller. So this is a 6-pack, 30 picture packet, 6 canisters of 5. So this is 3-pack, $9.75 for 3. So you're gonna have to sell or 2 of these. Let me make sure the flavor is correct. Peach mango green tea. Peach mango green tea. Okay, this looks like it is the same. It looks like they switched up the packaging a little bit. It comes in a box, and here it looks like it comes in a little canister. Let's take a look at the reviews and see if anybody are receiving a box. Okay, look. If you look at the reviews here and somebody took a picture of it, they're selling it as the box. Let's click the 1 star and see if any customers complain about it. Change the packaging and change the flavor. Okay. He's mad about both. Order 2 boxes. This is for the fruit punch. Okay, he's complaining that these are not the correct packet amounts. Alright, so looks like mainly people are complaining about like products arriving damaged. So if I were to sell this, I probably would try to actually sell this. Like, even though the packaging is different, I still would probably like send in a little bit to test it. But let's go over the numbers. Let's go back to the numbers. So 975, 975, and we're gonna have to sell or buy it as a 2-pack because it comes with 6. So 1950. So yeah, I was correct. So I saw this long time ago, and the price has gone up from the source. So when I looked at it, it was 1728. Now it's 1950. That still would give 661 in profit. ROI is 17%. I mean, net profit is 17%. ROI is 33%. Okay. All right. So we have our sourcing costs. So let's say if you were to come and try to sell this, if you can't move this at 39, then you can come in and look at the price again and say like the lowest it went down to for the past 3 months is 33. So if you can't move it at 39, let's say you try to sell it at 33. You would still make money on it, but the profit margins completely go down. But I mean, you'll make $1.71. At the end of the day, you're not losing money. Let's look at a yearly time frame. Okay, so yearly time frame, the lowest it actually went down to is $28.99. Yeah, you're 100% losing money on that if you sell it at $28.99. You're losing $1.70 per unit. But I usually like to view my stuff within like 3-month time frames. Because things that are in my store for 90 days, I usually liquidate it. So The lowest price that it goes down to in 90 days is usually what I'll run some numbers off of. So 33. All right. So this would be a potential product that I would sell. I'm not going to add this to my list, but this is something I would try to test out. So if I were to try to test this out, I would come in at probably, look at how expensive this is, I would probably come in at 3 units to test. So going on to the next one. Dang, that took 10 minutes to view this. All right, when I'm actually doing product research, I'm not spending that much time like talking and stuff. So like usually like it takes me about a minute or two to go through a product. So again, we're gonna go through our process, qualify the lead if it sells. So look, 900 plus bought in the past month. That is a good sign. Right here, 900. All right, heading into the seller or Keepa chart, data, offers. Let's see sellers. Let's see if they're making sales. So here, this guy has sold 165 in the past 30 days. Lifetime sales is 664. Another one here, 159, 49. And these guys look like they were moving some product. They are FBA. So you can see the prime, 1099. So 3 and 3. His stock count starts in December, so he looks like he's new. Okay, I am wrong. He is not new. He's been on here for 4 months. He might have sold on here for a while, didn't restock it in a while, and then finally bought some and sent it in, which probably explains why his stock count starts in November. Yeah, in October here, he has a price set to like 14. Another prime seller, 10, 12, 51, 17. This guy here looks like he is selling well. How long has he been on here? 2 months. 2 months, and he started at like 50 units. Okay, let's go back up. So here, looking at his stock count, came in with 50, goes down to 45, 34. So he's slowly going down. I don't know how to zoom out of these. All right, here comes at 94, slowly, stock count slowly going down. So he looks like he's making sales. He's stuck at 1, restocks up to 150, gets FC transferred, and then gets FC transferred again. So looking at these guys are all priced pretty competitively. They're all within like a cent of each other. 1099, 1098, 1099. So looking at their stock count, to me, this I would think this is selling. So that qualifies as if it's moving or not. So we're going to go to price history again. Now we're going to look at the offer count to see if there are any IP issues, which looks like there is not any IP issues within the year. So that's good to me. Safe to sell. According to Seller Amp, I am eligible to sell this, so I don't have to ungate. Now let's go to price. Let's look at a 3-month time frame. So it holds steady at like $9. Looks like the price has gone up $1. Now it's down to well, it was at $9. It went up like $3 up to 12. The buy box was gone when it went up to 12. You can see it here. So it was at 12.98. Somebody was winning the buy box, and then it gets cut off, and now the buy box is gone. And then, which explains probably why the price has dropped down to 10, was because probably people wanted to bring the buy box back, because products move faster when there's a buy box. So here, if I were to sell this, it looks like a lot of sellers are moving this product at 10.99, and their volume is pretty good, almost 1,000 a month. Well, past 30 days, it was 500 or close to 500. It's 400. So yeah, there's volume on here. If I were to sell this, I would probably come in at 10.99. But we can run the numbers for 9.99 too. If we can get this at the max cost of 3.32. So what is this? 10.8 ounce bag. All right, what is the flavor? It just says soft caramel. All right, here, Walmart, 10.8 ounce bag, 5.34. That is not going to be profitable. So good, sold by Walmart.com, not a third party seller. So this is legit. Oh, I almost forgot. Brand field. Weather's Original. So yeah, it is the correct brand. At least I think. Yeah, Weather's Original. So 5.34. Unprofitable. Even if you couldn't move it at 10.99, the lowest you probably would go down to is 9.99, which you would lose even more money. So unprofitable, on to the next one. All right, so right off the bat, 1K bought in the past month. That is what I like to see. Right here, the yellow line, it is up to close to 1,000. Well, actually, it is 1,000. Going into the offers tab, 35, 23, 11, 90, 629. Okay. See how long they've been on here. 5, 11, 3, 57, 34. Let's go back and look at these guys. 22, 629. Look at his stock count. That's hard to read right here. 12 shoots down, goes back to 12, shoots down again. That's pretty confusing, but he's pretty new, so I'm not sure I can really kind of like trust his sales. And these numbers are, he's taking like the bulk of the data here. But yeah, I can't really like trust this guy's numbers right here because I'm not too sure if he's actually sold like 629. But again, looking at the data tab, we're supposed to try to figure out if other sellers are making sales. So we're going to go based off of that. So this guy here, 5 months, went to 10, goes down to 1. Sales comes back up and he goes back down to 1. So it looks like he's making sales. It looks like it's taking a while for like the FC transfer. He'll go down to 2. It goes to a warehouse, gets sold 1, goes down another 1. So yeah, I could kind of believe his sales. 330, 23 sold in the past month. Here. Slowly see some stair steps here. 75, 11. 3 months. Zoom in closer. See from 14, 13, 12. So he looks like he's legitimately making some sales. See any other sellers on here? 3, 22, 22.49. Look at where their data starts. 22 here. Sold 2. It's been on it for 5 months. Lifetime sales is 39. He's not really moving product. Okay, so overall, it looks like sellers are making sales. Like I can believe that there's some sellers making sales. So this would give me some hopes that I could probably get on here and at least sell some units. So now let's go back to here, check the seller count. Oh, 1 year. So do not see anywhere where there is a bunch or there was a bunch of sellers that instantly dropped down to 1. There's movement in the seller count. So sellers look like they're probably selling out and then hopping back on. So that's another good sign that products are probably potentially selling. Go back to a 3-month time frame. And then let's also check the brand first, so I don't forget that. So Dryal, looks like the brand is correct here, Dryal. I think I'm saying it right. All right, so we got the lead is qualified, it's making sales. And then we have the IP. Doesn't look like there's no IP complaints, and the brand field is correct. So now we're going to go to price. Looking at price, FBA offers are at $21.95, $21.95, $22. They're all within 5 cents of each other. The bulk of the sellers are in the 22 price range. Okay, so let's look at the chart. So looking at the chart for the 3-month time frame, it looks like it is bouncing around from 21 to 22. Occasionally it goes up to 20, what is that, 26? So somebody won the buy box at 26. There's the same person winning the buy box at 26. All right, let's go back and check if this guy is actually making sales. So he started with a T. All right, this is the guy that's winning the buy box at 26. How long has he been on here? 5 months. So he sold 15 lifetime sales. So he might have actually sold some at 26. But in the past 30 days, he has not sold any at all, and he has 3 in stock. Looking at his pricing history, he's not really priced competitively, which is probably why he's not making any sales in the past 30 months. He's at 23.15. These guys are at 21.95 and 22. Potentially he could probably sell his at 23.15 because if this thing is moving at 1K a month, look at these people's stock count. He has 5, 1, 1, 1, 3, 20. These could potentially sell out within a month, and the new prices could probably jump up to 22 to 20 in this range right here, the 22 range. So if I were to sell on this, I would probably come in around that price range and try to sell it at that price point first. So let's say if I was to come in on here, I would come in at like, let's see, 22.95. 22.95. So now our max buy cost for this, if we find it, would have to be under $12. I don't know if this is correct or not. All right, it comes with 1 spray. Is that a marker? A cloth, 6 little packets. Let's see. Oh, okay. All right. This looks like it is it, but it doesn't come in a brown box. 1 stain pen, 1 spray bottle. 1 stain pen, 1 spray bottle. The cloth, I don't think I saw the cloth. 6 cleaning cloths. Okay, looks like there's 6 cleaning cloths here. Let's look at some other pictures. I don't see this rag though. Let's go into the reviews and see if anybody complains about that. Oh, look here. Oh, no bag included. Oh, that's not a cloth, that's a bag. The advertisement depicts a brown box with a gel product, including 1 bag. Okay. No more bags, just place garments in a dryer. Alright, so it was supposed to come with a bag, but people are sending in this this product for this listing here. I mean, it might be a little risky sending in this product here, and then for this one when there isn't a bag. New and improved doesn't use bag. Oh, that's the reason why there's not a bag. It's because, oh yeah, it says no bag needed. Okay, so this was an old product that got a new packaging. I mean, you could potentially send this in as this, but people might complain that it comes with no bag when you don't need a bag. But if you were to send this, your buy cost would be $10.96 from Walmart. Let's see if it's sold by Walmart. Okay, yeah, it is sold by Walmart. So your buy cost would be $10.96. I'm tax exempt from Walmart, so I don't have to pay sales tax. So I can go off these numbers. $10.96 sold at $22.95. You would profit $3.82. So that meets my minimum profit number of $1. And then if you couldn't move it at $22.95, what was the price that we looked at? Lowest. What is this? 1994. Amazon came on here a long time ago in October at $22.88. I mean, let's say if you were down bad in 1994, you'd be making $1.26. I mean, you're still not losing money. You're still making money. But let's say you want to sell it at 22, or let's say 21, because currently these guys are at 21.95. If you couldn't move it at 23 or 22.95, you can go to 21.95. So this still would check out $2.97. So this is a potential product that I probably would sell. Even though the packaging is different, the brand is correct. It is moving according to the data when I'm looking at it. Doesn't have any IP issues, or doesn't look like it has any IP issues. So I probably would test here. If any customers complain about it not coming with a bag, I would potentially maybe not send this in the future. But if I'm sending this in and people are not really giving me bad reviews or complaining about it or returning it because it doesn't come with a bag, then it's free money. Next, we're going to go on to the next product. So 2 minutes left. This will be the last one. I didn't even get through like most of it at all. I didn't even get to like 10. All right, so 200 plus bought in the past month. That is what I want to see. Data, offers. Let's see. Okay. Sellers here. Goes up, step down. That is good. How long has it been on here? 8 months. This guy 8 months too. Looks like his stock count is going up. Can't really see it here, but it drops. So he could be potentially making sales sold in the past 30 days. 12. Lifetime's 125. This guy looks like he is kind of new. Sold 6. His sales here look pretty legit. Goes down, steps down, goes back up. Looks like it reaches its destination, and then he's making some sales here. He's been on here for 2 months. So he could be legit. I don't know why his price kind of like doesn't show from October. Here, 49,563. He's been on here for 7 months. So this guy here, and this guy here looks legit. Here, he looks pretty legit too. 49 sold in the past month. Lifetime sales is 563. He's been staying at a 24 19 price point for a really long time. The current prices are sitting at 25. There's one seller here at 22.70. I mean, if this thing is moving at 200, he's probably going to sell soon. Current buy box is at 25.19 right here. So overall, looking at the other sellers, it looks like to me there are some sellers making some sells. So that checks out with me. The bought past month is good. Sellers look like they're making sells in the data tab. Going to the price history, let's go to a yearly time frame. Don't really see any crazy drops from a bunch of sellers to one. So it looks like there's not really any IP issues. Looks like seller counts are probably going down and then coming back up. So it looks like people are selling out and then restocking. So that's good. Brand Lola. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. Brand is Lola. Lola here. And let's go to if I can sell it. And I am not able to sell this. So I'm not gonna try to manual ungate in this. If I can't sell it, and I would try to manually ungate if I'm actually doing product research. If I couldn't get it ungated, then I would move on to the next one. So thanks if you stuck around for the entire video. This 30 minutes. I know it was a long video and a good bit of information, but I wanted to walk through the process or walk you through the process of what I'm thinking about when I'm actually looking at products to sell. So yeah, if you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching all the way to the end of the video. And if you found any value in this video, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're new here, want to watch stuff about Amazon online arbitrage, click that subscribe button. And that's it for this video. I will see you in the next one.